home became this kind of weird concept to me that was more about sort of having to perform or having to do things in order to keep that roof over my head. I didn't have a childhood that was a lot like other people. By the time I was 12, I was transferred to the foster care systems. My parents just really weren't capable of taking care of me. And I was transferred far away because they were dangerous. I think I was looking for that unconditional love and unconditional acceptance. And so I think I spent a lot of time, especially in my 20s, really looking for that and trying to find it, but sort of looking for love in all the wrong places. I knew I had to start kind of building, right? I had to start rebuilding credit. I knew that was going to take some time. So my then 12-year-old and I, we moved into a very small place. It was 600 square feet. It was like we were only paying $650 a month. It was not in a great neighborhood. There were a lot of roaches, but that's, I think, where we started to identify that feeling of home and what we wanted it to look like. And we were able to start saving. Everything's really going great in my life. I'm starting to save money, and I just bought a house, and I'm feeling really confident about where I am. And the only thing that's a little wonky is this case of athlete's foot that I just can't seem to get rid of. And to make a long story very short, it turns out it wasn't athlete's foot. It was neuropathy caused by a rapidly growing brain tumor, and the neurosurgeon wants to have surgery in the next month. It went great. They thought it was going to take about 4 hours, and it ended up being closer to 2, which is fabulous. It wasn't cancerous, which was great. And they were able to take the full tumor out. So hopefully that means there won't be anything that'll grow back. I come home, everything's planned. People are coming by. My best friend came down and spent like a week with me. So I was home for about a week, maybe a week and a half, and my air conditioner went out. The problem was that I had to use that money I had saved for all the medical bills I had, because the hospital wanted my full out-of-pocket deductible before they would admit me to surgery. So I had to have $3,500 up front. So the guy is here fixing my air conditioner, and I knew I was going to have this huge expense. So I was ready to take out another line of credit, and St. Vincent de Paul was able to step in and help with that amount so that I wouldn't have to do that. That help became even more important to me, because when I did go back to work, I didn't realize that there was going to be a 4-week gap where I wouldn't get paid when I was transitioning from short-term disability back onto payroll. And so I actually really needed that line of credit to pay for groceries and gas and kind of getting back up to speed with work. And if I had used that line of credit to pay for my air conditioner, I would have really been in trouble. You've sort of put all your life savings into buying a house, and then you find out that you have a illness where, if you didn't have insurance or you had no access to healthcare, that alone would bankrupt you. Then if you're even able to make it through that part, then you have a home issue, you have to have a home repair, or any number of things could happen. Your kid gets into an accident. And it really is this domino effect of any one of those things can completely take you out and leave you homeless. Growing up in foster care, I don't have a safety net. I don't have a mom and dad that I can call and say, hey, I'm in trouble. Can you help me? Could I move in with you for a while? I don't have those options. And so I think St. Vincent de Paul is filling that gap for those of us who don't have other resources or other people to ask. I just maybe didn't think I was worthy enough. Like, isn't there somebody else in the community who needs it more than I do? Like, I could take out a line of credit, right? I could have made it work. Is there somebody else who doesn't have that option? And I think what was great about St. Vincent de Paul is them saying, I didn't have to prove that I was worthy to them. Like, I was just worthy because I needed the help. I think that sense of home for me has evolved into being a place where you feel safe emotionally and physically, and that you really feel like you can sort of let your guard down and be yourself.